What's up YouTube? Got some low tier action for tonight's video. But before we get to this, let's do a question of the day. Now I've been meaning to do this one for quite a while, but I keep forgetting. So since I saw Garbodor there, I'm thinking, let's do, what is the most ugliest Pokemon in your opinion? What is the most ugliest Pokemon? I'd say for me it probably would be Garbodor. It is the most ugliest looking Pokemon, in my opinion, of course. But yeah, leave a comment below. I'd like to see what the most what people think what the most ugly looking Pokemon is. It'd be interesting to see that. Also, leave a like on this video as well. It'd be highly appreciated. So let's get to the battle. Anyway, okay, let's have a look. Check out this teams we've got knocked out. Oh crap! I'm having a brain freeze. I'm just going to call that Pat Rat. And female Meowstic, which you don't see as much, at Luxray, Pangoro, and Garbodor. So obviously I knew that Garbodor would be leading this battle before I even did this one. There wasn't really any other viable leads, and my lead was perfectly, pretty much perfectly suited for that. So it was good. I was just hoping it would be leading at the start. Okay, so this one was against MightyMarowak from Twitch. I'm pretty sure that's pretty sure they don't have a YouTube, but if they do, I'm sure I'll update that and stuff. But that was their Twitch name. Okay, so he's going to set up a layer of spikes first, which is fair enough. I just went here straight for Earthquake to get some solid damage on this thing, because I knew that I wouldn't one-shot it, but I do heavy damage to it, which was pretty good. Nearly about 3/4 after the Black Sludge. Okay, so I thought this would be a good, fine opportunity to set up a Stealth Rock here. He's just going to go for Gunk Shot. That's, I almost said Junk Shot. Maybe trying to go for a Poison or something like that. I'm not too sure. But I'm just going to set my rocks up anyway, because it was probably a good opportunity to do so. So another layer of spikes here, so he gets 2 layers of spikes up, which is good for him. That's going to do some nice damage to me swapping in. Probably would have been better to do 3 layers, I guess. But that's how it goes, I guess. So that's Garbodor down. So I sort of saw that was always going to be a good matchup. So into this Pangoro. Now I was expecting some sort of fighting move. So I was thinking, well, Dusknoir would be a good match for this guy. In case I didn't sort of suspect that and go for Crunch, I was hoping not. I don't like swapping in for a Crunch at all. Okay, so Frisky's item out and it's Choice Scarf. So that's that was, even if use Crunch, then that would have been good to see what item that has, but fortunately it was Storm Throw, so I get a free swap in. Now, I just went for Will-O-Wisp here, just in case he was staying, which I 100% doubted that he would, but a burn on anything's good. But the Luxray comes out, so pretty good swap in, because that can activate his Gut straight away there, and pretty much only a little minimal damage there with the burn. Okay, so I was expecting a Crunch here from Luxray, or maybe like a Wild Charge, but I was thinking, well, Piloswine would be a good swap in for this, because I can take both of those attacks pretty well with my bulky defense and Everlight. But he goes for Fire Fang set, so a good prediction there, and that does nice damage to me, considering how bulky I am in defense. So there's not much I can really do now, except for go for Ice Shard. There's no point really swapping at all, so I get some Ice Shard damage. I'm pretty happy with that. And I know I'm going to get a little bit of turn of Will-O-Wisp damage as well, but that's my Piloswine down. So good play there by my opponent. So my best option here was to swap in something that would be faster, and Luxray with Stealth Rocks on the field and that burn, it's not going to be really lasting very long. So there's not really much point swapping. So I just went for Aqua Jet there to finish it off, which is good, because that thing's pretty threatening with it's got a massive attack stat as well. Okay, so into Pangoro again. I don't want to stay into this, because I know that I'm definitely not going to take it out with Aqua Jet, and it's probably going to destroy me in one shot. Like I was actually most worried about this poke here. So I went to Mantis, because I didn't actually really see much use of it in this battle so far, but he goes for Parting Shot, which is, I wasn't expecting that either. So that's going to lower my attack and my special attack. It's pretty good for a Choice Scarf Pokemon as well. It can cause like double swaps and stuff like that. So out to Timon, I thought, well, there's nothing wrong with me staying in and going straight for Leaf Blade. Even with that -1, I know I'm going to still do some nice damage, and I do, which was good. So one more Leaf Blade will take that out. He goes for Psych Up, thinking that I would Sword Dance. So I was almost going to Sword Dance there, so I was very close. So nearly a very good prediction there. Very close, but I thought I'd just go for some damage instead. Okay, so out comes the Knockdown to sort of tank most of my moves pretty much. Even with a -1, that still does decent damage as well. I'm quite happy with that. I know the Knockdown doesn't have loads of offensive presence either. It sort of relies more on like status moves and stuff. So I just thought, well, I'm going to go for Sword Dance here. I might as well just go for it. In case it's got a flying move, I'm not really in too much trouble. And it appears to go to sleep here. So I was thinking, oh, okay, it's going to be a rest, sleep, talk set. A lot run Roost too. I was half expecting Roost. So I thought, well, this would be a good opportunity to just go for Leaf Blade. It does over half, even with +1, because of that parting shot. I was pretty happy with that damage as well. I was thinking, what the hell, I might as well just stay in. Even if I sacrifice it and I can bring something else in after. But fortunately for me, he gets rest on Sleep Talk, which I know all about doing that myself. I constantly do it 3 times in a row. So anyway, I'm just going to go for another Leaf Blade here and get some solid damage off. I knew it would be close to taking it out, and it did take it out, which was good. Not too often Leveling takes a flying Pokemon out like that. Okay, so in comes a Choice Scarf, Pangoro again. Once again, I don't really want to swap into anything because it hits so hard with its attack. And I don't want to swap into Dusclops, and I think a Crunch would be coming here, which I definitely sort of saw coming. So I just kept it into as sacrifice fodder. I was happy with what Levany did that battle. It did a nice job getting rid of the Knockdown and the Timon. So into Dusknoir. I wanted a fresh swap in for Will-O-Wisp as well here. That's half the reason as well. Like Dusknoir would have not, it just would not have lived if I swapped into Crunch. Okay, so into Timon again. I just went for Will-O-Wisp here. I nearly went for Nightshade. I was very close to going for it, expecting I could swap into something else. Lucky I didn't, because that would not have been good. But I'm not too sure what this thing was trying to do, but it didn't really matter, because with that Will-O-Wisp up, it's going to take it out, which is good, so I didn't even need to really attack there. Okay, so back into Pangoro again. I knew Crunch was coming because really they were running out of options to sort of take this thing out as well. Okay, so I just went for Will-O-Wisp here to lower its attack, even though I took it really badly, which I did. I took it terrible. And I get a defense drop too, so I know next turn that even if I Will-O-Wisp, I'm not going to take it out. So I thought, well, I could always sacrifice it here, get a burn, do a bit of Shadow Sneak damage, and swap something else in that'll take it out. I'm quite happy with that. Dusknoir's sort of done its role in this battle. There's not like a hell of a lot it needs to do anymore. Okay, so final Shadow Sneak just to get a little bit of damage. Obviously wasn't expecting much at all. So I was happy with that, and with a Will-O-Wisp burn after this Crunch was sort of my plan here. Okay, so that's Dusknoir down. Now here I thought, well, this is a good opportunity to send something in to sort of finish this match off. And I thought, well, I might as well just swap in my Fridge here, because I can just Volt Switch freely here. I know that I'm going to outspeed and take the Pangoro out, and then I can freshly swap something in else after being my Basculin. Okay, so the last poke he had was the female Meowstic, and I know they sort of carry Calm Mind and that sort of thing, so I thought, well, this would be a good swap in. Okay, so into Basculin. I knew that it may be carrying like a Thunderbolt or something. I wasn't too sure, so I thought, well, I might as well just have one shot at doing some massive damage than swapping something else in. But instead it used Barrier, which is interesting. It must be running, I was quite certain it was running Timid Nature, because Basculin's got some nice speed as well there. So I hit it really hard there with Waterfall, but it's got Citrus Berry, and with that Barrier up, it doesn't do as much as I thought. So I was a bit worried here. Might be able to get Barrier up and get like a rest off. I wasn't really sure what they were actually planning here. So another Barrier. I just went straight for Waterfall, getting as much damage as I possibly can on this thing. So I was in range of one more, but it goes for Charge Beam, like, oh shit. And I just left with 21 health, which was really good. If that had been like Thunderbolt or something, it would have taken me out. But it's a boosting, a Charge Beam boosting Meowstic, which was pretty much saved my Basculin there. So that's the female Meowstic down. But good game, MightyMarowak. Thanks for the game, and some interesting pokes there use for sure. But anyway, question of the day. What is the most ugliest Pokemon in your opinion? Leave a comment in the comment section. Please leave a like on this video as well for support. That's about all. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to watch my videos. Peace out, everyone.